Hello, and welcome back to English for Beginners, the podcast. I am Jasmine, your English teacher and friend. I am so happy to be here with you today to help you improve your speaking and listening skills. Today, we have a very special and very hungry episode planned for you.
And I am Mark. I am Jasmine's co-host, and I am already feeling very hungry just thinking about today's topic. We are going to a restaurant. Well, a pretend restaurant, but the English we will use is very real.
That's right, Mark. Going to a restaurant in a new country can be a little bit scary if you don't know the right words. You might worry about understanding the waiter or knowing how to pay the bill. But don't worry, because we are here to help you feel like a pro.
I remember the first time I went to a restaurant in another country. I was so nervous. I just pointed at the menu and hoped for the best. But today, we are going to give our listeners the actual sentences they need so they can speak with confidence.
Exactly. Confidence is the key. So let's start at the very beginning of the story. You walk up to the restaurant. Before you even sit down, you usually see a desk or a person standing at the entrance. Mark, what do we call that area?
That is the reception or the host stand. The person working there is the host. They are the first person you talk to. Usually, they will smile and ask, "Hello, how many people?"
And that is your first chance to practice. You shouldn't just hold up two fingers. It is much better to say, "Hello, a table for two, please." Mark, what if you have a big family with you?
Then you would say, "A table for 5, please," or "A table for 6, please." It is a very simple pattern. A table for number, please. It sounds very polite, and the host will be very happy to help you.
Perfect. Now, sometimes the restaurant is very busy. The host might say, "Do you have a reservation?" Mark, can you explain what a reservation is for our beginners?
Of course. A reservation is when you call the restaurant earlier in the day or the week to save a table. You tell them your name and what time you will arrive. If you have one, you say, "Yes, I have a reservation under the name Mark."
But if you don't have one, you can just say, "No, we don't. Is there a table free?" If they have space, they will say, "Follow me," and lead you to your seat. Mark, once we are sitting down, what is the first thing the waiter usually brings?
Usually, they bring the menu. The menu is the most important book in the restaurant. It tells you everything you can eat and how much it costs. Sometimes they also bring a drinks menu or a wine list.
That's right. And before you even look at the food, the waiter might ask, "Can I start you off with some drinks?" This is common in many English-speaking countries. They want to bring you water or soda while you look at the food menu.
I usually just want water to start. If I want normal water, I say, "Still water, please." But if I want the water with the bubbles in it, I say, "Sparkling water, please." Jasmine, what do you usually order to drink?
I like to keep it healthy, so I usually ask for tap water. In many places, tap water is free. You can just say, "Tap water is fine, thank you." It's a great way to save money while practicing your English.
That is a great tip. Now, let's look at the sections of the menu. At the top, we see appetizers or starters. These are small plates of food. You eat these before your big plate. Jasmine, what is your favorite starter?
I love bruschetta or maybe a small salad. These are light and they get your stomach ready for the meal. Mark, I see soup of the day on our imaginary menu. What does soup of the day mean?
That means the chef made a special soup just for today. It changes every day. If you want to know what it is, you can ask the waiter, "What is the soup of the day?" They might say tomato or mushroom.
Now we move to the middle of the menu. This is the main course or the entree. This is the biggest part of your meal. On our menu today, we have grilled chicken, fish and chips, and vegetable pasta.
Everything sounds so good. I'm looking at the steak. When you order steak, the waiter will ask you a difficult question. How would you like that cooked? This confuses many beginners.
It really does. There are three main ways to answer. If you like it very red inside, you say rare. If you like it a little pink, you say medium. And if you want no pink at all, you say well done. Mark, how do you like your steak?
I always choose medium. It's right in the middle. Not too red, but not too dry. It's a very safe choice if you are not sure what to say.
That's a good choice. Now, let's talk about the magic phrase we mentioned in our last episode. When you are ready to tell the waiter what you want, you don't say, I want. You say, I would like.
Exactly. I would like the vegetable pasta, please. It sounds so much kinder. You can also say, I'll have like I'll have the fish and chips, please. Both are perfect for a restaurant.
Now, sometimes the menu has words you don't know. Maybe you see a word like garnish or sautéed. If you are confused, don't be shy. You can ask the waiter, what is this? Or, can you explain this dish?
That is a great point. Waiters are there to help you. You can also ask for their opinion. You can say, what do you recommend? This means, what do you think is the best food here?
I ask that question all the time. Usually, the waiter will tell you their favorite dish or the most popular dish in the restaurant. It's a great way to try something delicious without having to read every word on the menu.
Okay, so we have ordered our drinks, our starters, and our main courses. Now we are eating. The waiter might come back and ask, is everything okay here? Or how is everything tasting?
This is a check back. You don't need to give a long speech. You can just smile and say, everything is great, thank you, or it's delicious. Mark, what if there is a problem? What if the food is cold?
If there is a problem, you should be polite but firm. You can say, excuse me, my food is a little cold. Could you heat it up, please? Most restaurants will be happy to fix it for you. You don't have to be afraid to speak up.
That's right. Being polite is the most important part. Now, let's imagine we have finished all our food. Our plates are empty, we are very happy and very full. But wait, there's one more section on the menu.
My favorite section, dessert. This is the sweet food at the end. Cake, ice cream, fruit, or pudding. Even if I'm full, I always have a little space in my stomach for chocolate cake.
I agree. The waiter will ask, would you like to see the dessert menu? If you are too full, you can say, no thank you, just the bill please. But if you want a treat, you say, yes please.
And after dessert, many people like to have a coffee or a tea. You can order a latte, an espresso, or maybe just a breakfast tea. It's a nice way to end the meal while you sit and talk.
Now we reach the part that makes people the most nervous, paying. In English, we call the paper that shows the price the bill. In America, they often call it the check. Both are correct.
To get the bill, you catch the waiter's eye and say, could we have the bill, please? Or the check, please. You can even make a little writing motion with your hand in the air if it is very noisy.
When the bill arrives, you need to decide how to pay. Mark, what are the most common ways to pay in a restaurant?
Most people use a credit card or debit card. You can ask, do you take cards? Or can I pay by card? Some people still use cash, which is paper money and coins.
And we must talk about the tip. In many English-speaking countries like the USA or the UK, it is normal to leave extra money for the waiter. This is called a tip or gratuity.
In the USA, a normal tip is about 18% to 20% of the total price. In the UK, it might be 10% or 12%. It shows the waiter that you liked their service. You can just leave the extra cash on the table or add it to the card payment.
That is a very important cultural point. Now, Mark, let's talk about some special situations. What if you can't eat certain foods, like if you have an allergy?
This is very important for safety. If you can't eat peanuts, for example, you must tell the waiter. You can say, I'm allergic to peanuts. Does this dish have any peanuts in it?
Or if you don't eat meat, you can ask, do you have any vegetarian options? Most menus have a little V symbol next to food that is safe for vegetarians to eat.
And what if you are in a rush? Maybe you have a movie to catch. You can tell the waiter at the start, we are in a bit of a hurry. Is there something that is quick to prepare?
That is very smart. Communication helps the restaurant help you. Now, Mark, let's review some of the most important words we learned today for our listeners at English for Beginners, the podcast.
Great idea. Word number 1, menu. That is the list of food. Word number 2, waiter or waitress. That is the person who brings your food. Word number 3, order.
That is when you tell them what you want to eat.
Let's add a few more. Starter or appetizer for the small food, main course for the big food, dessert for the sweet food, and the bill for the money you pay at the end.
Don't forget the cooking words: grilled, fried, roasted, and steamed. These tell you how the chef cooked the food. If you see fried, it might be a bit oily. If it is steamed, it's very healthy.
We also talked about being polite. Remember to use please and thank you every time. It makes a huge difference in how people treat you. If you are polite, the waiter will be much more patient if you struggle with your English.
I have a question for you, Jasmine. What do you do if you are at a restaurant and you don't understand what the waiter said? They sometimes speak very fast.
That is a great question. If they are too fast, just say, "I'm sorry, could you say that again more slowly, please?" Or, "I'm sorry, I didn't understand." There is no shame in asking for help.
That is so true. I still have to ask people to repeat themselves sometimes. It's part of learning. Okay, Jasmine, are we ready for our final practice dialogue?
I think so. Listeners, pay close attention. I will be the host and the waiter, and Mark will be the customer. This is exactly how a real visit to a restaurant sounds.
Hello, a table for one, please. I don't have a reservation.
No problem. Right this way. Here is your menu. Can I get you a drink while you look?
Yes, please. I would like a sparkling water with a slice of lemon.
Of course. A few minutes later, are you ready to order your food?
I think so. What do you recommend?
The grilled salmon is very fresh today. It comes with roasted potatoes and vegetables.
That sounds delicious. I'll have the grilled salmon, please. Oh, and can I have a side of garlic bread?
Certainly. Would you like a starter today?
No, thank you. Just the main course is fine.
Later, how was everything tasting? Is the salmon okay?
It's excellent, thank you. But excuse me, could I have another napkin, please? I dropped mine.
Of course. I'll bring one right away. Later, would you like to see the dessert menu? We have a wonderful chocolate cake.
That sounds tempting, but I'm quite full. Could I just have the bill, please?
Certainly. Here you go.
Thank you. Do you take credit cards?
Yes, we do. You can pay right here at the table.
Perfect. Here is my card. And please add a $5 tip for your great service.
Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.
You too. Goodbye.
And that's it. You see, it isn't so hard when you have the right sentences. Mark, you did a great job as a customer.
Thank you, Jasmine. I feel like I actually just ate a whole meal. I'm very satisfied with our lesson today.
I am too. To all our beginners out there, remember that the more you practice, the easier this becomes. You can even practice at home by pretending your kitchen is a restaurant.
Or go to a restaurant with a friend who is also learning English and try to speak only English for the whole meal. It's a fun challenge.
That is a fantastic idea, Mark. Well, we have come to the end of this episode of English for Beginners, the podcast. We hope you feel ready to go out and enjoy a delicious meal in English.
We certainly do. Thank you for listening to us today. Your support means the world to us.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss a lesson. We have many more exciting topics coming up soon.
Next time, maybe we can talk about shopping or going to the doctor. There are so many places to visit.
I look forward to it. Until then, keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly, keep having fun with your English.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Goodbye. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful meal.